Welcome back, lovelies, to Decodiva. Today, we're diving into the golden glow of autumn, where vintage charm meets timeless elegance. If you adore the cozy warmth of a well-loved kitchen, this journey through Ralph Lauren-inspired rustic refinement will wrap you in the perfect seasonal embrace. Before we begin, I'd love to invite you to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like if you enjoy it, and leave me a comment about your favorite vintage kitchen detail. Your support helps keep this community thriving with fresh inspiration every week. Now, let's step inside a kitchen filled with autumnal delight, where rustic farmhouse details are elevated with luxurious accents, and every corner tells a story of heritage and home. A vintage-inspired kitchen always begins with atmosphere. For autumn, think of golden candlelight, rich wooden tones, and copper glimmers that reflect the season's warmth. Lighting here is more than function, it's the soul of the room. Layered lighting, such as sconces with antique brass finishes or lantern-style pendants, creates intimacy. Imagine preparing apple cider beneath a soft glow that feels both nostalgic and refined. To anchor the mood, incorporate a few seasonal textiles, plaid runners, wool throws on a nearby bench, or even a vintage tartan tea towel. These small details weave together comfort and style seamlessly. Ralph Lauren interiors are known for their deep, distinguished palettes. In an autumn kitchen, this translates to earthy shades, burnt sienna, mossy green, chestnut brown, layered with creams and hints of navy. This palette isn't loud, it's grounded, sophisticated, and timeless. It evokes horse country estates and old libraries, yet adapts beautifully to a working kitchen where family and food take center stage. To bring it to life, paint a wall in a muted olive, leave wood cabinetry in its natural grain, and accent with velvet or leather textures in stools or cushions. Each shade whispers of tradition and craftsmanship. A vintage kitchen sings when it incorporates pieces with history. Think weathered butcher blocks, farmhouse tables with turned legs, or ladderback chairs polished by decades of use. Hunting for antiques doesn't always mean splurging. Estate sales, flea markets, and even online marketplaces often yield treasures that feel personal and storied. The magic lies in blending patina with polish. Pair a rustic oak table with sleek crystal stemware, or place silver candlesticks atop a distressed sideboard. This balance is quintessential Ralph Lauren. Metal finishes play a starring role in autumn refinement. Brass, copper, and pewter all shine against the darker palette of vintage kitchens, adding warmth and richness. Copper pots hanging from a rack are both functional and ornamental, their burnished glow echoing fallen leaves. Brass handles on cabinetry elevate even the simplest drawers into jewels. Pewter trays or tankards, when casually placed, nod to old-world dining traditions. The mix of these metals creates a lived-in luxury that's never ostentatious. A show-stopping range feels like the crown jewel of a vintage-inspired autumn kitchen. Whether it's an actual antique stove or a modern reproduction, the presence of enamel, chrome, or cast iron sets the tone. Picture a deep forest green enamel range with polished brass accents, standing proudly against a backdrop of handmade tiles. It's utilitarian, yes, but it also conveys timeless grandeur. Cooking becomes an event here, roasting squash, simmering stews, and baking pies, all tied to the rhythm of the season and the rituals of family life. Textiles are one of the easiest ways to soften a kitchen's edges while adding seasonal character. Think of heirloom linens, lace-edged napkins, or plaid curtains pulled slightly askew. Ralph Lauren's style often incorporates equestrian motifs and classic tartans. A plaid tablecloth in autumn hues feels stately yet approachable. For a hint of luxury, layer in velvet seat cushions or cashmere throws on a breakfast nook bench. It's these indulgent touches that whisper refinement amidst rusticity. No autumn kitchen is complete without a celebration of the harvest. Bowls of heirloom apples, baskets of gourds, and bundles of dried corn all bring authenticity. Arrange these displays on antique wooden trays, or fill a vintage pitcher with sunflowers and wheat stalks. Suddenly, your kitchen becomes a still life painting. The key is restraint. Rather than overwhelming the space, choose a few focal points that celebrate the season while leaving room for the eye to rest. Rugs may not always be thought of in kitchens, but they add incredible charm. Vintage runners with oriental patterns or muted florals ground the space in tradition. Layering rugs is another Ralph Lauren hallmark. Think a small plaid wool rug atop a faded Persian, bringing texture and unexpected comfort underfoot. Practicality matters too. Choose rugs that can handle the spills of kitchen life while still offering softness and visual depth. Displaying dishware transforms everyday objects into art. Open shelving lined with mismatched china, blue and white plates, or vintage transferware creates instant heritage appeal. Glass front cabinets are another elegant way to showcase fine dishware. Imagine bone china teacups glimmering behind mullioned glass doors. Mixing humble stoneware crocks with delicate crystal pieces embodies that rustic luxury tension Ralph Lauren interiors celebrate so well. The beauty of an autumn kitchen is as much about scent as sight. Spiced apple, cinnamon, nutmeg, and wood smoke create an olfactory tapestry. Simmering pots of cider with cloves and orange slices invite guests into warmth the moment they enter. Candles in amber jars extend this seasonal embrace. scent anchors memory. Every whiff of pumpkin bread or roasted chestnuts recalls evenings of laughter and tradition. Table settings in autumn should feel layered and thoughtful. Start with vintage linens, then add mismatched cutlery, hand-thrown pottery, or heirloom silver. Centerpieces can be simple, a grouping of candles and hurricane lanterns, or a vintage dough bowl filled with pine cones and apples. Each place setting becomes a celebration, an invitation to slow down, share stories, and savor the beauty of the season. Ralph Lauren's world often nods to equestrian style, and autumn kitchens can echo this subtly. Think leather straps as cabinet pulls or vintage riding prints framed on a wall. A plaid throw casually draped over a chair, or a horse bit motif in napkin rings, quietly ties in the equestrian heritage. These details don't overwhelm, instead, they hint at tradition and sport, blending seamlessly with rustic refinement. A chandelier above the dining table transforms a kitchen from functional to magical. Wrought iron, antler, or crystal fixtures bring a sense of drama. Pairing ornate lighting with humble elements like a wooden trestle table creates contrast that feels intentional and sophisticated. Candle-style bulbs or flickering sconces complete the look, ensuring the entire space glows with a golden, autumnal warmth. Vintage kitchens thrive on abundance, and nothing says autumn abundance like a counter filled with baked goods. Think pies cooling on wire racks or loaves wrapped in linen. Use tiered cake stands or antique trays to present them as both food and decor. The simple act of displaying baked goods makes the kitchen feel alive. Even store-bought treats look charming when presented in vintage vessels, because style is in the presentation as much as the flavor. Nature's bounty is a natural decor ally. Branches with crimson leaves in an oversized vase, or acorns scattered across a table, tie the interior to the landscape outside. Wooden cutting boards stacked on display echo the forest textures, while baskets of herbs ready for drying bring scent and utility. The aim is to blur the line between indoors and out, creating a kitchen that feels like an extension of autumn's embrace. A kitchen feels most vintage when it tells your story. Display your grandmother's cookbook, use inherited silver, or hang a family quilt nearby. These details aren't about perfection, they're about meaning. A chipped enamel jug or faded photograph carries more emotional weight than any store-bought accent. Blending personal heritage with Ralph Lauren-inspired styling ensures your kitchen feels authentic, not staged, a true home. And there you have it, our journey through autumn vintage kitchen delights, where rustic Ralph Lauren refinement meets cozy seasonal charm. I hope you found inspiration to make your own kitchen a haven this fall. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to Decodiva, give it a like, and share your favorite autumn kitchen detail in the comments below. Until next time, may your home be filled with warmth, light, and a touch of vintage elegance. See you soon, lovelies.